Hi guys, welcome back. So today is the part 2 of the video that I did 2 days ago about rating new and viral Middle Eastern perfumes. So if you haven't seen that one, I'm gonna link it down below so you can check it out. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Joanna and I do reviews and recommendations of affordable and luxury fragrances in my channel. Now, if that sounds your jam, then please do keep watching and maybe consider subscribing. So in the first video, I reviewed 9 Middle Eastern perfumes. So basically today, I'm gonna do 10, okay? And some of them are in sample sizes and some are in big bottles. The big bottles are mainly because I love the sample so much that I ended up getting a big bottle. It's an exciting video because I'll be talking about a lot of viral perfumes. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. First off is Affection by LATTAFA Pride. Okay, for sure you've seen this everywhere in YouTube for a reason. And since you saw me having a bottle, this is a win. This is how I wanted the Kayali Yum Pistachio to smell like. In case you didn't know yet, this is apparently a dupe of Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato. And I must say that LATTAFA nailed it on this one. Because this doesn't just smells like Kayali Yum, this is also better than Kayali Yum. This to me is creamier and nuttier and more potent as well. I like the Kayali Yum Pistachio, however, it wasn't that big love for me to buy a big bottle. But Affection though really gives me what I wanted. This to me is a creamier, more gourmand version of Kayali Yum. This has definitely that pistachio and hazelnut, making this fragrance very nutty, but at the same time, it has a very lactonic vibe. I think it's because it has heavy lactonic notes that is not really clearly described in the note breakdown. It has vanilla and tonka bean, some jasmine in there as well that makes it a little bit floral, but still, you know, maintaining that gourmandish vibe. I really love this one. And this is the rare case that I will recommend the dupe better than the original. And I can assure you that this one really projects. I got compliments already while wearing this, so I know that people can really smell me. I highly recommend this. For example, you love Kayali Yum Pistachio, of course, and lactonic fragrances such as Zadig and Voltaire, this is her, or like Commodities Milk. You're gonna love this one. And come on guys, with the price, this is still good for a LATTAFA perfume, around 30 euros. So highly recommend. And I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10. Yeah, guys, that's how much I love this. LATTAFA Pride Affection. Next perfume is a sample size, and I've been always dying to try this fragrance, okay? But, you know, something is holding me back not to buy a full bottle. So this is Eternal Oud by LATTAFA. And if you guys don't know yet, this is inspired by my San Francisco de John Grand Soir. It has a quite harsh opening, a little bit fruity because of the plum and grapefruit in the opening. It has heliotrope and orchid in the mid. In the base, it has amber, oud, labdanum, benzoin, vanilla, and tonka bean, which is basically like the notes that made up Grand Soir. And for me, this is not a one-to-one dupe of Grand Soir. It has a harsh opening. However, guys, though, the dry down is really good, and it is close. You know, I have a sample of Grand Soir because this is in my wish list for quite some time now, and I actually compare them side by side many times already. just, you know, for me to be able to give you my final opinion about this. And I must say that in this case, I prefer Grand Soir more. It's just that Grand Soir is more rich, potent, and well blended. There's a big difference when it comes to the scent quality between the two. Even though this is a nice scent, like, don't get me wrong, guys, this is nice. And I think this is around 30 or 40 euros, but I think it didn't beat Grand Soir. First of all, this one doesn't have a harsh opening, and the dry down of this is just rich, mature, and luxurious, and it's uncomparable. So having said that, I'm still gonna rate Eternal Oud an 8 out of 10 because it is a nice perfume. I think I'm giving it 8 just because I'm comparing it to Grand Soir. But I think if I don't compare them, I can give this one a 9 because it smells really good and it has an amazing longevity and projection, guys. However, it takes time for this perfume to settle on the skin to get the most out of it, in my opinion. But I think once it settles in, you will really get beautiful wafts throughout the day. Oh, by the way, I forgot to even describe to you guys how this smells like. Basically, this is very resinous amber that just smells sensual to me. So if you love ambery, sensual scents, you're gonna love this one. An 8 out of 10 for me, and I won't be getting a full bottle of this because in my opinion, it is still worth it to buy MFK's Grand Soir instead. Yeah, so that is LATTAFA Eternal Oud. Okay, next up is by Afnan, and this is called Rare Tiffany. And you guys, I've been meaning to sample this fragrance as well, as I've heard so many good things about it. And what can I say? This one is really, really beautiful, I must say. It has ylang ylang, jasmine, rose. Having said that, it's very floral, but at the same time, it is heavy as well in musk, sandalwood, and vanilla, with a little zing coming from the ginger and pink pepper and sweetened by caramel. I love this fragrance. I really, really do. And it is giving me like designer vibe, but you know, it is a kind of designer that I would love to have in my collection because it is such a likable scent. It is such an easy reach as well. Really nice. I wish though I didn't have Tiffany perfume because I feel like they are actually the same, or maybe that's why this is called Tiffany, because this is inspired by Tiffany & Co.'s perfume. Because guys, this is just the more potent version of Tiffany. Like, I compared them side by side because when I sprayed this, I was like, it smells good, but it smells like something that I have. And then I figured it out. The thing is, nobody has mentioned that they are actually similar, not even in Fragrantica, I think. And guys, I love this one. This is one of the fragrances in today's video that I really love, to the point that I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. If you are into feminine fragrances that are not too indolic, or meaning not too floral, I highly recommend you checking this one out because I am really vibing with this fragrance. This to me smells like a pretty girl. It smells like Tiffany. And if I don't have Tiffany, I'm gonna buy this one. Or actually, I am considering buying this one because this one is better. Definitely better than Tiffany because this one lasts and it projects very well, guys. Not in a beast mode level, but you will definitely be smelled, and this lasts for more than 8 hours. So I highly recommend you checking this one out if you haven't already, because this has been out for quite some time. Yeah, this is Afnan Rare Tiffany. Really, really good one, guys. 10 out of 10. All right, so the next one is the flanker of Rare Tiffany, and this is called Rare Passion. This is released, I think, late last year, and I was always curious about this fragrance. And this one smells beautiful as well. This has rose orange musk, which, yes, I am really getting. And also it has vanilla, amber, woody notes, musk, orange blossom, and rose again in the base. What can I say? You will love this fragrance if you are into roses like me. I find this very beautiful. I am getting some marshmallow and like fluffy effect in it as well. Even though marshmallow is not listed, I'm not getting woody notes in here. It is mainly rose, marshmallow, and clean and sweet musk. I must say that I find this rose scent very unique because it is combined with a sweet musk that is almost like marshmallowy. And actually, if you check in Fragrantica, people are comparing this to Parfums de Marly's or Yana. And they are not similar at all to me, guys. Maybe that marshmallow vibes, but you know, Oriana is like full on marshmallow, in my opinion, while this one has that powdery rose and little bit fluffiness. I love this one actually, but I have an issue because I find this one not as long lasting as the sister. Having said that, I will only give this 9 out of 10 because even though I really love the scent, I won't be buying this one because I have a lot of rose fragrances in my collection because I love my rose scents. At this point, I don't need another rose fragrance that won't project. Let me just put it that way. Very nice. I will highly recommend if you are still looking for that rose perfume from the Middle Eastern market. This and the LATTAFA Mora Silky Rose are really good options. Yeah, so that is Rare Passion, 9 out of 10. Next up is LATTAFA's Allaf. I haven't really heard anybody talking about this fragrance, but I was just curious because the notes seem appealing to me because it has violet and pink pepper, tonka bean, agarwood, and patchouli. So I was like, I might like that one. So I chose it as a sample as well. Guys, this one is heavy in that chocolate patchouli. However, it's not earthy. This is actually a very well blended kind of patchouli. I can get some spices as well, along with the pink pepper and the violet. It smells very nice, guys. It smells like spicy cola with chocolatey patchouli. Yeah, that's how it smells like. So if you are into patchouli, you will love this one. And even though it has a violet note, I don't get that much violet note in here, or maybe just in the beginning. However, it fades. What you're gonna get in the dry down is mainly spices, oak moss, musk, and chocolatey patchouli. So if that sounds interesting to you, then you might love this one. And I don't find this similar to any other fragrances that I have, but it's not an extremely unique fragrance as well, in my opinion. It is great. However, it didn't like appeal to me that much. So I won't be getting a full bottle of this, but it smells great, guys. And if my description sounds appealing to you, I highly recommend you checking this one out. When it comes to longevity and projection, it is moderate. The lasting power is quite good, around 6 to 8 hours, and the projection is moderate. I find this unisex, and I'm gonna rate this one an 8 out of 10. This is Allaf by LATTAFA. The next fragrance is by Rassasi, and it's called Kassat Abar. I was so intrigued to try out this one because a lot of you recommended this to me. And what can I say? It is nice. It is giving me that sparkly apple and sweet vanilla vibes. This to me is Swiss Arabian's Casablanca. Casablanca smells the same. So if you have Casablanca, you don't need this. And if ever you are choosing between the two, since for me, they are the same, guys, even the longevity and projection, for me, is kind of same. Maybe the Casablanca lasts just a little bit longer. Just go for the one that is cheaper where you live. In my opinion, I will go for Casablanca more, but I know as well that this can be like more expensive in some countries. Just check the price, guys. And anyway, yeah, so that is Rassasi's Kassat Abar. Next up is LATTAFA's Assad, and I am always curious about this, guys, because I know that this is very famous for men, and for a reason, because this is a dupe of Dior's Sauvage Elixir. And what can I say? I am so intrigued by this one. And I let my husband try it as well because he doesn't have Dior Sauvage, but he never liked that anyway. And to be honest, for me as well, even though I love the scent, I just don't want my husband, for example, to smell like this because this is very common here where we live. I smell this fragrance a lot when we go out. So that is basically the reason why it doesn't appeal to me, or it doesn't appeal to him as well. However, I must say that this is a very good alternative to Dior Sauvage Elixir. And I let my man wear this the other night, and it was very good. It was projecting really strong. Yes, this is approved to me as a dupe of Sauvage Elixir. However, not for me or for my husband, just because everybody's wearing Sauvage Elixir or everybody's wearing Sauvage from where we live. Oh, by the way, I didn't even explain to you the scent of this. Basically, if you're not yet familiar, this is black pepper, tobacco, a little bit pineapple-y, patchouli, coffee, and iris heavy. Like, you're gonna get all those notes in this fragrance. It is woody, but at the same time, to my nose, this is more tobacco, black pepper, and patchouli. I really don't get coffee in here. So having said that, it's nice. However, I'm not gonna buy a full bottle because the husband doesn't like it as well, and a lot of men are wearing this fragrance from where we live. So yeah, I'm gonna rate Assad an 8.5 out of 10. Next perfume, guys. Oh, I'm so excited to talk to you about this one because this is a big love for me. And this is called Lin by LATTAFA. Guys, if you follow my channel, you know that I'm not really into floral perfumes. Oh, but this one is really good and it really got me. This has a very prominent jasmine. However, it has that refreshing mango note along with turmeric and bergamot and ginger that just smells so refreshing, uplifting, and pretty. I love this fragrance, guys. In the base, it has sandalwood, musk, and incense as well. This smells like a beautiful woman wearing a linen dress. What I'm getting is mainly jasmine and a little bit tuberose. Okay, this has tuberose. Okay, however, it is not annoying me. And the ginger in here is just perfect to give this fragrance that little bit of zing. And turmeric, this smells incredible. Yes, it might have that designer vibes, but I'm really liking this. It has a designer vibe, but not like the typical designer vibe now that we are having in the market. You know what? This actually reminds me of Dior's J'adore L'Or. So if you love that fragrance, you might like this one. They are not dupes, but to me, they have the same vibe. I like this one even better. This will shine in the spring and summertime. Such a pretty scent. I find it very likable and like an easy reach as well. This one, I will consider buying a full bottle. I'm just gonna wait for the springtime to come and I'll definitely get a bottle of this. This definitely smells sophisticated and elegant. Floral fragrance that is not indolic. It is just very well balanced with the sandalwood and musk in the base. Really love this musky, fresh floral fragrance from LATTAFA, and this is called Lean. And to me, this is a 10 out of 10, guys. Highly recommend if my description sounds beautiful to you. I saved the last two for last because I find them quite intriguing because I feel like they're the same. And these two are LATTAFA Liam Silver or Gray, and the other one is LATTAFA Pride Niche Emirati Antique. So I started with the decant of this and I decided to go for Liam Silver. Now, let me tell you what I think of them. They are both inspired by BDK's Gris Chanel. And to be honest, when you check the notes, they are quite similar. They have cardamom, figs, black tea, like those are the main notes in here, plus the vanilla and the sandalwood, okay? I think the difference is that the LATTAFA Niche Emirati has coconut milk and caramel note, while Liam Gray has patchouli and labdanum. That's the difference regarding the note. Okay, now let me just talk about LATTAFA Liam first. This is definitely giving me that BDK Gris Chanel vibe. So if you are not familiar with how it smells like, it is basically fig, cardamom, sandalwood, and black tea. So if a chai latte smell appeals to you, you're gonna love this DNA. And yes, this is definitely a dupe of Gris Chanel, and I'm gonna approve it. The only difference is that this is a little bit sweeter and vanillic, but still it has that unisex vibe in it. Now, when it comes to antique, this has a coconut milk and caramel note that makes this different from Liam. But I'm telling you, even if it has that caramel note, it doesn't really makes a big difference. Not unless you put your nose like stuck in your skin or in the sprayed area. And also the opening of this smells like more of the extra BBK. So it is giving more masculine vibe only in the beginning, guys. But in the dry down, this and this smells exactly the same. The only difference is that if you smell yourself closer, you're gonna get the caramel note that is coming from this one. For me, this doesn't smell creamier than this one. In the air, they smell the same. I did a wear test 2 days in a row, and to be honest, there's not much of a big difference, guys. Like, even though, okay, let's say this is a little bit more potent, but you know, I'm talking about 2 or 3% more potent than this, because this one really feels lighter and airier. By the way, would you like a deep comparison of this two? I can make a separate video just to compare in a deeper manner. But anyway, I find this one a little bit lighter. They are not very far from each other. You do not need both. Okay, once again, you do not need both. You can just easily choose which one you prefer more. This one is 23 euros. This one is 60 euros with an antique looking bottle. So yeah, there you go. I hope I made sense. For me, I choose Liam Silver because it's almost half the price, and in the air, they smell exactly the same. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to rate this one. I'm gonna rate Liam Grey 9 out of 10, while Antique will get a 9 out of 10 as well. So that ends my review of all the Middle Eastern perfumes that I've been trying last month, January. And yes, I'm just so happy to finally give you my final thoughts about these 19 perfumes. And by the way, guys, I have a playlist of Middle Eastern perfumes in my channel, which I'm gonna link down below just in case you wanna dive into more Middle Eastern perfumes, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I helped someone decide today or the other day in getting a Middle Eastern perfume. Let me know what you think of this. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and see you on my next one. Bye, guys.